everyone, and thanks for joining me for this yoga class from my home to yours. So we're going to come to a comfortable seated space to begin, and I'm cross-legged here, but you can do a kneeling position or even with the legs stretched out. We'll be sitting for a few minutes, so try to find a seated space that's comfortable for you. And once you're there, take a moment to sit tall. Relax the shoulders. Gently close the eyes, soften the muscles in the face. We're just going to allow for a moment to center ourselves, let go of any distractions, so you can dedicate this time fully to yourself. Tune into your breath, that natural rhythm. And gradually deepen the breath. Bringing in a little more air with each inhalation. And then on your next inhalation, slowly fill up the lungs with all the air they can hold. When you're ready, very slow exhale. So slowly release the air and then squeeze it gently out. Then inhale. Again, nice and slow. Fill all the way up. When you're ready, exhale. Release the air and then gently press out the remaining air from the lungs. So this is the complete breath. Go at your own pace several more times. Very slow and controlled flow of air coming in and out of the lungs. Your next deep breath in, exhaling back to a natural breath. We'll remain seated and do some warm-ups. So adjust your position if you need. Again, we're going to sit tall with the shoulders relaxed. Try to keep them relaxed as we tilt the head to the right. So just letting the weight of the head create that stretch in the side of the neck. And we'll come back to center. Make sure the neck feels stretched out and long here, and then over to the other side. Lift the head back to center. Again, long stretched out neck, and then drop the chin towards the chest, letting the head hang forward. Really good stretch in the back of the neck, and you'll feel it pull even at the very top of the upper back, even in between the shoulder blades a bit. And then just very gently let the head begin to just rock side to side while still hanging down. Let it swing a little wider. And then let the head roll all the way to the shoulder. Rest there at one side for a second and then slowly down over to the other side. Again, resting at the shoulder, then back down to the center. Let it hang in the middle. Deep breath in. And then as you exhale, lift the head back to a centered space. We're going to do a gentle seated twist. So bring your right hand over to your left knee and your left hand comes behind you. We're going to sit tall and get a twist on around to the left side, looking over the left shoulder. And release. All right, other side. So again, try to stretch tall and then twist on around, looking over the right shoulder this time. And release. Back to center, and now we'll just fold down gently to the middle. You can walk the hands out or slide them in front of you. Let the head hang down. And just hold here for several breaths. So as we continue the practice, always going at your own pace, make adjustments or modifications when you need. You can always come out of poses early or even just rest altogether during any of the practice today. So let's walk the hands back into a seated space. All right, we're going to stretch out the sides here, so let the arms relax by the torso. I want to take the right arm first, out and up as you breathe in. So really try to stretch out to the side on the way up, and then nice and tall here. As you exhale, lean on over. All right, so it's a nice long stretched out right side. Your left hand is pressing down into the ground. And think of stretching out from your right hip to your right fingertips. So this is pretty much directly out to the side, not forward or reaching back. All right, let's lift back up, deep breath. Then exhale, arm comes out and down. All right, other side, left arm out and up, deep breath, stretch out on the way up. And then as you exhale, on over, this time right hand pressing down into the ground, nice long left side of the body. All right, let's come up, nice deep breath. And then exhale, arm stretches out as it comes down. All right, let's do cat-cow. We're going to do it in the seated position today. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see the movement of my spine. So in cat-cow, and again, you can do this from a kneeling position or with the legs stretched out. You just need to be able to sit up with a vertical spine. And try to keep the shoulders right over the hips, so it's not a leaning forward or back, rather just a flexing of the spine, okay? So hands gently resting on the knees, deep breath in, sit tall. And then as you exhale, round the spine to the wall behind you, cat pose. Then inhale, sit tall, and then open the chest, press it forward, and lifting up slightly, cow pose. Exhale, rounding, head drops. Inhale, slowly sitting tall, chest opens, lifting up. Exhale, rounding, cat pose. Inhale, sit tall, open the chest. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. And then on this breath in, we'll just come right back to a seated space. Sitting nice and tall, shoulders relaxed. All right. Okay, while we're still in this seated position, we're going to do a little bit extra with the arms today. We're going to first bring them to what I call the goalpost shape. So it's like a right angle with the bend of your elbow. All right, and elbow up as high as your shoulder. So try not to let the elbow sag down or come up really high. So right there, just like goalpost. All right, so it's a little bit with breath work too. So we're going to start here. Take a nice deep breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly bring the hands and forearms together. Inhale, open. And here you can press the chest forward, kind of like we did in cow pose. Exhale, slowly together. And here the back round slightly, like in cat pose. Inhale, open slowly. Exhale, come together. Inhale, nice stretched out open chest. Exhale, slowly bring the arms together. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands and arms together. This time lift up, deep breath. And as you exhale, open the arms wide, bring them down. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and come to the hands and knees. We're going to work into our downward dog. We already did our cat-cow. If you have socks on at this point, you might want to go ahead and take those off. Okay. Here we go. First downward dog. And it's tabletop position. And when we get into downward dog, as well as any time when you're in plank, bends of the elbows or the creases of the elbows or arms facing each other. All right. Tuck the toes, deep breath in, and then on the exhale, lift the hips high into your downward dog pose. All right, this is an inverted V shape. Going to be long and strong in the arms like you're pressing the hips up and away. Going to have the heels pressed down towards the ground or mat if you have a mat. . Let's walk the feet towards the hands, coming into a forward fold. We'll hang down a few breaths. Really just try to be completely loose in the upper half of the body. And then real slow, like a rag doll, we're going to roll up. So take your time as you roll up. Once you are up, a few shoulder rolls. And then we're ready for our sun salutation. So if you're working on a mat, you'll want to come towards the top of your mat. So either way, make sure you have plenty of room to lunge back when we get to that point. Okay. Here we go. Find your mountain pose, solid standing pose. Feel very tall. If you like, you can turn the palms slightly forward. All right, deep breath in. Bring the hands together at the chest. Exhale. Relax the arms and now stretch them forward and up and breathe in deep. Tall stretch here, and then as you exhale, reach out and fold down. We're going to hang down here again, a few breaths. Go really slow in this first round. All right, hands on either side of the feet. We're going to take the right leg back, lunge. All right, so in your lunge position, long back leg. You want to be strong in the arms, but not tense in the shoulders. And looking kind of maybe downward and slightly forward rather than straight out. This really kind of compresses the neck. You don't need to necessarily look straight forward. So try to keep some length in the neck. Big breath in. And then as you exhale, downward dog. And let's come to hands and knees or plank. Okay, you can do either here. And then slowly down. When you're coming down, make sure you stay in alignment. If the hips start to sag or you come, then bring the knees down. And that will ease the pressure on the low back. Okay. We're down on the mat or ground, long neck, roll it up for baby cobra. It's the head, shoulders, and the chest maybe lifts a little off the ground. Little or no pressure in the hands and arms here. This is an upper back bend. One more deep breath in, and then as you exhale, press into the hands. You can lift straight up or to hands and knees first. Back to your downward dog. Let's go ahead and swing that right foot through in between the hands for lunge. All right, again, a few breaths here on this other side for lunge, long back leg. Also be long in the torso. Try not to round up or hollow back in the lunge. All right, deep breath in. And then step together, forward fold, exhale. All right, we're gonna reach out with the arms and then begin to lift up so we can stand tall. And you can add a back bend here by pressing the hips forward. Hands together at the chest as you exhale. Deep breath in, relax the arms. Here we go. Deep breath, stretch up. Exhale, fold down. Right leg back, lunge, breathing in. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank or hands and knees. And then down slow with control. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot forward lunge, breathing in. Exhale, step together, forward fold. Arms out, lift up, deep breath, back bend. Exhale, hands together at the chest. Deep breath, relax the arms. Here we go, last one. Breathe in, stretch up. Exhale, fold down. Right leg back, breathing in. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank, or hands and knees. Down slow. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot forward lunge. Exhale, step together. Arms out, lift up, deep breath, back bend. Exhale, hands together at the chest. Hold here a couple of breaths. You can close your eyes if you like, feel the heartbeat. And then relax the arms when you're ready. Move around a little bit. All right, let's do a balance pose next. All right, we're going to do, it's really a standing half bow. It's kind of a variation of a king dancer. So we're going to start fresh in mountain pose. Bring all the weight into your left foot and leg. You're going to try to keep the knees together or towards each other. Bend your right knee and reach back with the right hand to take hold of the foot. Or you might just be reaching for the foot, or you can hold the yoga pants. It's totally fine as well. All right, from here, your left arm can come out in front, parallel to the floor or alongside the ear, just really what you prefer. All right, at this point, find a focal point. Something you can stare at that's not moving will help you keep your balance. For that nice front thigh stretch, pull the heel in towards the buttocks. All right, and if you like, you can tilt forward a bit. Try to have as steady of a breath as you can, just easeful flow of air in and out. All right, last element would be to push that foot outward. And that's where your bow shape comes in. A little longer if you like. When you're ready, just try to ease back to that vertical spot of the pose, and then release the leg, relax the arms. Kind of move around a little bit before we do the other side. Okay, so again, once you're ready, find your mountain pose first. You always want to start from your well-balanced mountain pose and then shift all the weight into the right foot and leg. So knees stay together and left knee bends. Reach back with the left foot, right arm out in front or in line with the ear. So it's in line with the ear, not squished up to the ear, right? Okay, so same thing, try to keep the knees together or towards each other so that it's not coming way out to the side. Find your focal point, feel really tall here. Pull that back heel in for your thigh stretch. You can hold here or you can add the tilt. Nice steady breath. All right, and last element would be to push that back foot out. Again, hold longer if you like. When you're ready, return to the vertical position. Release the leg, relax the arm. All right, we'll do another standing pose, a couple before we come down onto the mat. All right, so first we're going to do warrior one. We're going to drop the right leg back to begin. So when you're setting up for warrior one, you take that foot back, try to leave the toes still a little bit angled forward. And you want to leave the torso angled forward. A lot of times when you step back, there's a tendency to let the torso come open to the side. But as much as possible, shoulders, hips, torso oriented to what would be the top of your mat. Okay, so here we go. Deep breath in. Let's bring the arms up. Nice open chest. As you exhale, bend that left knee. Nice steady breath. Let's press the palms together. Notice that difference in the shoulders, even in the chest, upper back. All right, now we're going to straighten that front leg, interlace the fingers, and turn the palms up. We're going to use our core here to reach out forward. It's not so much as a bend down as a reaching out forward, trying to stay stretched out and staying strong in the core. Let's lift up the arms and torso. Relax the arms, we'll step together. All right, we'll do the other side. So when you're ready, left leg back this time. Again, remember, torso, aim forward. When you're ready, arms up, big breath in, open the chest. As you exhale, right knee bends into your warrior one pose. So something to look for in the legs. Everybody keep the arms up. All right. You want the knee right over the ankle. So sometimes I see this where the knee is coming out a little more like the toes. And it just puts a little more stress than needs to be on the knee. So if you see that happening, you can just kind of shift the weight back, bring it back to where the knee's right over the ankle, or you can wiggle the toes out and broaden your stance. All right, let's straighten that front leg, hands together, palms up, reach out, forward, strong core. So again, it's forward, not down. All right, let's lift the arms and torso, deep breath. Then relax the arms, we'll step together. All right, we'll do one more before we come down. We're gonna do a standing forward fold, and we're gonna add a twist. All right, so find your mountain pose. I like to start with a stretch, so big deep breath in, stretch tall. And then as you exhale, reach out and fold down. All right, so feel really nice and loose here, just hanging in the center, all right? And now we'll set up for the twist. We're gonna bring the left hand over to the right foot or leg, wherever you like. And then when you're ready, lift that right arm up, and that will twist the torso open to the right. All right, look to the side or even up towards the sky if that's comfortable for the head and neck. All right, let's relax the arm. Hang down in the center for a nice deep breath or two. And when you're ready, other side. Right hand to the left foot or leg. Left arm will reach up this time. All right, hand coming down. Again, hang in the center. And we're going to do that ragdoll up again. So gentle bend to the knees, roll up nice and slow. And once you're up, you can do the shoulder rolls again, or move, stretch however you like, and then we'll come down onto the mat or ground. All right, so we're going to lie on the backs. All right, we're going to stretch out the hips, little hip opener stretch. So bend the knees, and we're going to place the right ankle on the bent left knee, lift the left knee up, and release the hands under the left thigh, and then squeeze in towards the chest. So you can just lie back, enjoy the stretch. You can lift the head if you want. That will engage the core. All right, either way, try to be as loose as you can in the shoulders. Instead of having them scrunched up by the ears, right? Loose shoulders and steady breath. Lower the head if it's lifted. We'll rock side to side to get the most out of our hip stretch. And a little bit of a low back massage as we roll around. All right, let's come back to center. Release the hands. Switch out the legs. Lift the right knee up, interlace the hands under the thigh, squeezing in again. Lift the head or not, up to you. Either way, loose shoulders, steady breath. Let's lower the head if it's lifted. A little roll side to side. All right, coming back to center. Release the hands, stretch out the legs. Breath or two lying on the back. And then as you're ready, we will roll over onto the belly. All right, so we'll do some back bending here. And we're going to start with the cobra with the arms behind the back variation, or you can do the traditional cobra. So for arms behind the back variation, bring the hands to the lower back, and then you can either hold on to one wrist or interlace the fingers and stretch the hands towards the feet. Try to keep the feet and legs together here. And when you're ready, with a long neck, roll up the head, neck, shoulders. And try to breathe in as deeply as you comfortably can. It's a lot of pressure on the belly. The point of awareness is the upper back right in between the shoulder blades. And squeezed really good with the arms behind the back. It's a little longer if you like. When you're ready, we're going to roll down gently with control. Forehead touches. Arms release and relax however's comfortable. Turn the head to the side. All right, let's do downward facing boat. We'll do the option with the arms overhead, or you can do alongside the body. All right, so either way, stretch out the body long. And when you're ready, raise the arm, legs, head, just hovers a bit above the floor. So again, more looking downward than out so we can keep the neck nice and long. So this is really strengthening all along the back. It's a very gentle bend all along the spine. Go longer if you like. When you're ready, ease down slowly. And then we're going to pull the hands under the shoulders so we can press up and through the tabletop position all the way back to child's pose. So we'll stay here for a few breaths. This is a great counter pose to back bends. It's also a bit of a hip opener as well. All right, let's lift up to hands and knees. Okay, we're going to bring the right leg forward in between the hands for like a low lunge. All right, so just like in the warrior one, you want the knee right over the ankle, not in front of the ankle or behind, more lengthened and straight. Okay, here we go. So from here, we're going to lift up and with the arms to start. So let them reach out, and once they meet the ears, then lift up with the torso. And again, here you can let that chest sort of press forward, open upward. You want the arms to feel long and stretched up, but the shoulders to be kind of pressed down. You can think of pulling the shoulder blades down or together on the upper back. So that's some more of this positioning rather than scrunching everything up towards the head. You never really want the arms squeezed into the head. Nice deep breath in. All right, and then we're going to come down, bring both hands down to the inside of this foot. And you can hold here. This is a bit of a deeper hip stretch. And you can bend the elbows if you like, kind of sinking the chest toward the ground. You can come down onto the elbows if you like. When you're ready, let's lengthen the arms. Bring that right arm around to the other side. All right, and then we're going to set up for the twist. So you can hold in this position if you like, or if you're ready to come out, you can do that. Left hand stays down, right arm up for the twist. If it's comfortable, look to the side or up towards the sky. Bring that arm down, and then we're going to switch out the legs. So bring that right knee down, step that left foot forward, all right? Find that comfortable stance, all right? When you're setting up, you want to think of the legs more like on train tracks rather than to get the foot right in front of the knee, because that's very hard to keep your balance like that. Okay, so think on a train track. This knee's on one side, this foot's on the other side. Okay, here we go. Again, arms going to start us off. When you're ready, breathe in, arms stretch out underneath the ears, lift up with the torso. Stretch the arms up towards the sky, open the chest. Nice long neck, steady breath. One more big breath in. And exhale, bring the hands down to the inside of this foot. All right, so again, hips stretch. We can hold here, bend the elbows if you want a little more. You can come down to rest on the forearms if you like. All right, let's lengthen the arms and bring the left arm around to the other side. Okay, and then for the twist, this time, right hand stays down and left arm reaches up. All right, relax that arm down. We'll go back to child's pose. So take this left knee under, shift the hips back towards the heels. All right, let's lift up to hands and knees again. And this time from here, we're going to drop down onto the elbows. So we're going to do dolphin pose, actually. So where your hands were, bring your elbows, and then you want to bring the hands together. I like to clasp my hands, and I'll tuck my little pinky under. You can do palms together or fists together, whatever you like. You need to be able to press down into the ground. So tuck the toes, and when you're ready, lift the hips up. And you still want to be going for that downward dog shape, all right? Pressing down into the ground with the forearms and thinking long line from the elbows to the back of the hips. So the head shouldn't really be coming out over like the forearms and hands. It should be in line with the upper arms, looking more at the toes than what's underneath you, like right underneath your head. You can hold longer if you like. When you're ready, drop down to the knees. Ease back into child's pose once more. Nice deep breath in. And then as you exhale, we'll slowly roll up into a kneeling position and then stretch the legs out. We're going to do some forward folds. So we'll start with the full seated forward fold with both legs straight and extended out. All right, so sitting nice and tall. We're going to bring the arms up, nice deep breath in. As you exhale, reach out and fold down. So once you're here, try to let the head hang down. You want to keep the core engaged, but be loose in the arms and shoulders. And that helps you keep the torso long and stretched out over the legs. Whereas when you grab with the hands and pull, you have a tendency to round in the back. Let's reach out with the arms and come up. Nice deep breath. And then exhale, relax the arms. All right. Now we're going to take the right leg and we're just going to cross at the ankle. So lift up the right leg, cross at the ankles. All right. Adjust how you need to be able to sort of fold forward comfortably. So this is going to be, you'll feel it a little differently in the back of the leg and maybe a little bit in the hip. And then when we come out, we're just going to slide this leg up into our twist, okay? So here we go. We do just like we did in the full seated twist. Sorry, full seated forward fold like we just did. Arms up, deep breath. Try to stretch tall. Keep that length as you fold down. Exhale. The same thing, core stays engaged. Try to relax in the arms and shoulders, head and neck as much as you can. Let's reach out with the arms, lift up, deep breath. Exhale, relax the arms. All right, and now for the twist, what you're going to do is just keep the legs crossed and slide this knee in towards the chest. So your right knee is up and your right hand will come behind you. All right, we're going to take the left arm and reach up. This is to stretch and get length, deep breath. And then we're going to turn to the right. Bring that left arm down to hug the knee. You can press it into the outside of the knee. And we're looking over the right shoulder. So think vertical spine. If you're using your back hand for support, it should be close into the body so that you're not leaning to the side or far behind. And if you can use your core to stay upright, you can just bring this hand to the low back. All right, let's release, ease back to the center. I'm going to stretch out the leg. All right, and do both of those poses on the opposite side. So starting from your seated position, this time left leg lifts, cross at the ankles, sit tall, arms up, deep breath, and reach out as you fold down, exhale. Reach out and lift up, deep breath. Big stretch here, and then exhale, arms down. All right, so again, just slide this foot up. Knee comes in towards the chest. So left knee up, left hand behind you. Your right arm will come up as you breathe in deep and stretch tall. And as you exhale, turn to the left, bringing the arm down around the knee or to the outside of the knee. All right, sitting vertically. If you don't need the back hand, you can bring it to the low back or tuck it in the waistband. All right, let's release. Ease back to center. Stretch out the legs. All right. I'm going to do another forward fold with the legs out to the side. So we're going to bring the right leg out wide, left foot in, all right? So I'm moving a little out of my frame, but I think you guys are going to get the gist of it. So first we'll do a fold, we'll turn toward the leg and come down, and then we'll do a side stretch where we stay with the torso facing outward, all right? So first, we'll just be in this vertical centered space and breathe in, arms up, turn towards the right leg, and then reach out as you fold down. So again, you've got a nice stretch in the back of this outstretched leg. Should be getting this is a low back twist as well, and it's a nice stretch for that sort of low left side. Let's reach out and lift up, deep breath, turn back to the center. And then exhale, relax the arms. All right, and now for the side stretch. The left arm is going to come out to the side. With your right arm, you got a few options. I like to cut my belly, but I think the majority of people like to have the arm alongside the leg, either in front or behind or resting kind of gently on the leg. So you can try those out, see what works best for you. Also, holding on to the opposite knee is an option as well. Okay, here we go. So everybody's going to have the left arm go out and up, deep breath. And then as you exhale, lean over as if the right shoulder were coming toward the leg. All right, so it's a nice long left side of the body. Think from the hip to the fingertips, nice long stretch. So this is sort of a deeper version of that side stretch we did at the beginning. And of course, getting the added benefit of stretching the back of the leg. All right, let's come up, deep breath. Exhale, arm comes down, and then we'll switch out the legs. All right, here we go. Arms up, nice deep breath, turn towards the leg, and then reach out, fold down. We're facing the leg on this one. Reach out with the arms, lift up, turn back to the center, relax the arms. All right, now the side stretch. So it'll be the right arm that comes out and up for the stretch, and the left hand can be either on the leg or around the belly. Here we go, out and up when you're ready, deep breath, and then on over as if the left shoulder were coming toward that left leg. Nice deep breath in, stretch up. Exhale, the arm comes down. All right, let's bring the soles of the feet together, and we're going to do the diamond pose. So in diamond pose, the feet are a little bit away from the body so that you're making this diamond shape with the legs. If you prefer butterfly where the feet are in closer, you can do that if you would rather. All right, so for diamond pose, we're just going to start nice seated vertical space, hands kind of resting in front of the inner thighs, deep breath, and then on the exhale, hinge forward and just work up slowly with the hands, walking them out or sliding them slowly in front of you. You probably hit that point where you feel a little pushback, a little resistance, and just pause. Some big breaths there, let the head hang down. All right, let's walk the hands back in, press yourself up, back to that seated space. Stretch the legs out, shake them out a little bit. All right, we're going to do upward facing boat pose. So this one you kind of work in stages, and it's a core strengthening pose, and you really need to develop the core strength as you work towards the fuller expressions of the pose. So just make sure you keep the spine nice and long and keep that core engaged. All right, so to set up, we're going to bring the knees in towards the chest. And from here, you can either hold on to the knees, behind the knees, or use the ground to find your balance point. But find whichever way you want to discover that balancing point. Find where you can pick your feet up off the mat. All right, you want to be really long in the spine and strong in the core at this point, so that you're not rounded or collapsed in the spine. Think of the chest being nice and lifted up. That will help. Okay, so from here, if you can let go of the legs or bring the hands off the ground and keep that length in the spine, it doesn't collapse or round. Okay, that would be your next step. Try to develop a steady breath here. And notice if you have a steadiness in your pose. All right, if you're not shaking in the breath or the body, you can slowly extend the legs towards a V shape. All right, so you want to bring the legs up. You don't want to flatten out on your mat. All right, so if you get to a point and you see some shakiness in the body or your breath, just back off a little bit and it's preferable to hold at that steady space, okay? So hold a little longer if you like. When you're ready, just roll forward. You'll feel the abs relax. All right, we'll come down onto the mat on the backs, and we'll do bridge pose. All right, so for bridge pose, on the back, knees are bent, feet are close into the body. Arms are also in close to the body, palms down. All right, when you're ready, lift the hips high into the sky. All right, some options are interlacing the hands underneath the body. You still be able to need to keep the arms long and active, pressing down into the ground. I like to also kind of roll my shoulders a little bit to lift the chest. I like to come onto my toes. So you can hold longer if you like. When you're ready, options will come out first, and we'll slowly round from the top to the bottom. All right. So real slow exit. Once the hips have landed, bring the knees in towards the chest. Wrap the arms around the legs or hold on to the knees and just roll around a little bit. All right, now we'll bring the feet again to the ground, a little bit away from the body, and just let the knees sway side to side. This is a gentle low back twist. All right, bring the knees back to center, and then stretch out the legs. Come into that nice corpse pose for deep relaxation. And I'll do that along with you, and then we'll get to the mindfulness part, and I will keep time, and you'll hear 3 little tings of my cymbal tingshes, and that will be the end of deep relaxation. Okay. So corpse pose, just a very relaxed resting place on the back. Arms are a little away from the body, palms up. Also legs just kind of slightly rolled open how they naturally do. We're going to go through the body, first stretching and then tensing and then releasing. So let's start with the feet and legs. Stretch the legs down long, toes spread apart, big breath in. Hold the breath, curl the toes in, tighten all the muscles in the legs, squeeze the buttocks tight, and release. And now hands and arms. Stretch the arms down long, fingers spread wide. Deep breath. Hold the breath, make fists, tighten all the muscles in the arms, squeezing tight, and release. All right, stretching the belly. We breathe in deep, send all the air down low into the abdomen so it blows up like a balloon. And release. Chest this time, big breath. Send it to the chest, let it lift and open and stretch. And release. And shrug the shoulders up towards the ears, making the neck tight, breathing in. Release. Press the shoulders down, away from the ears, long neck, breathing in. And release. And now let the head roll side to side. When you're ready, bring the head back to center. Make any adjustment you need to be very comfortable. And I'll just take a moment to observe the entire body. Bring the awareness to the breath. Notice your natural rhythm as you breathe in and out. Now bring the awareness to the mind. Mind receives all the thoughts, so just let the thoughts flow freely through the mind so they don't get cluttered there. Once they've been seen, acknowledged, they've served their purpose, so you can let them go. Just observe these thoughts, watching as the peacekeeper of the mind. Bring the awareness back to your breath. Notice how shallow it's become. Deep relaxation, and gradually deepen the breath as you're ready. Begin to notice the weight of the body on the ground and make some small movements, wiggling fingers and toes or stretching the arms and legs to gently wake the body. And when you're ready, rolling to one side. Just rolling over, nice deep breath or two. Resting on the side, and then lastly, gently pressing up to a seated position. So take your time as you're coming up, finding your space, and once there, just sit tall, shoulders relaxed, and we'll just go at our own pace and take a moment to breathe in some nice, deep, relaxing breaths. One more nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently opening your eyes. Thank you all so much for practicing with me. I hope you all are doing well, staying safe. Until next time, namaste.